it's over a $14 billion industry for just dairy. So now you're adding cannabis the way that I'm doing it to the T, then it's going to triple your numbers. Give me some
It's the Lasagna Ganja podcast. It's Mr. X to the Z Xzibit.
And I'm your girl, Tammy, a.k.a. the Cannabis Cutie.
Yes, and we have another wonderful episode on the way. What's your favorite Wu-Tang Clan song?
Cream?
Yeah.
I don't know any titles of songs.
Yeah. Raekwon the Chef.
I don't know any titles of songs.
Method Man. Older. You know all 9 members?
No. I do know Slice, though. I spoke to him yesterday. Do you know Slice?
Slice?
Yeah, he manages RZA.
Oh, no. I don't know the managers. I just know the
not
rap
manager,
groups.
Assist.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know the assistants or the managers.
They're
I just know
goated. Nothing happens without assistants. I feel like they're the goats.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I asked you that question because today we have someone very special with us. And her name is Katrina, and she's with Blazin Scoops.
Yes.
And it is a medicated ice cream.
It's like music to my ears.
Yes. Cannabis and ice cream, they go together.
They really do. So, okay, are you going to eat a lot of ice cream or are you going to take it slow? What is your...
I don't know. I like to take 1,000 milligram brownie. So there's that, you know?
The X dose.
Yes.
That's what I'm calling it.
It has to work.
Forward.
It has to work. You know what I'm saying? So
have you always been able to do hero doses of edibles, or is that like you built it to this level? Like, how does one get to 1,000?
I skydived.
You skydived just straight into it. Do you just don't want to be coherent, or are you coherent?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Or I'll just go to sleep.
If you give me 1,000 milligrams of THC, I'll be gone for a week.
Those are the things that you're high for the next day too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going into the light. Like...
You in this light, you in this light, man. I don't like to experiment with death. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what if you can just touch it and then come back?
I'm cool.
Really?
I'm cool. No, because you don't know, it might leave remnants. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like those remnants are better than these remnants here.
Okay, so let's bring her in, man. Katrina, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
All right, good. Blazin Scoops. Tell us about Blazin Scoops. How did you start, and how did you get into cannabis and ice cream?
So technically, what's going on is that the edibles, I do not like them. They're very boring. So I actually didn't like the way they feel, the way they taste. Just anything about it. And canna butter, I wasn't going to eat it because it's green. So I created something that's not on the market, something that hits you within 4 to 10 minutes. The taste is gone. There's no bitter taste there. It reacts fast. It feels like you're smoking weed now.
Wow.
So then what I did then is put it through the ice cream. And that's how, so people understand with the ice cream and how it feels.
So how do you, I'm not going to ask you about trade secrets, but how do you infuse it? Like, is it an oil? Is it actual, like how do you do the infusion process?
There's no oil. It's not an oil base at all. So it takes about 22 hours. I get 2 products. I get a solid and a liquid. Okay. So it's dairy. And, it's pretty much it's nothing else I can do as far as the high to make it, so people don't get scared of the high, because a lot of people are scared of edibles.
Right. It's hard to get the dosage right. It's hard to when you were making this, did you run into issues where it's like some ice cream was stronger than others?
At first, yes. Then I got it down packed, but it still didn't hit how it used to, like how edibles hit, it doesn't hit the same. Because it's a fast acting.
Okay, so what kind of, you said it feels like you smoked.
Like you smoke weed. So it goes on gradually, and then eventually it goes away.
Do you consume other than edibles? Do you smoke?
Sometimes, but I don't want to smell like it.
Yeah.
So if that's, so if you go somewhere, you don't want to smell like
you did cannabis. I love smelling like a blunt.
Yeah, I go in there. I walk in the church smelling like weed.
I'm hotboxing the car before I go in the restaurant every time.
Jesus smoked weed. That's my belief. I believe
it was in the it was in the anointing oil.
Yeah.
He used cannabism, and cannabism has been translated to cannabis. So Jesus was casting away demons, aka seizures, with cannabis oil, and healing leprosy with cannabis oil, and healing the blind, aka glaucoma, with cannabis oil.
Oh, that makes sense.
Jesus,
it's making sense now.
Jesus the scholar was fixing people with weed, and he got crucified just like we do today.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
I mean, or something like that.
Take that, Apple. Yeah. Okay. So, Katrina, let's see some of the products because, you brought some stuff with us today, right?
Yes.
Oh wow! Look at this.
Thank you. Okay.
Strawberry cake crunch. So what we're looking like, the packaging is great.
Okay.
How do you get this to retail? How do you get it to stores?
So right now I'm working on that as far as in a distributor and everything like that. Once I'm able to feel like it's a acceptable offer, then it's going to go into retail.
Understood.
So it's going to be in the freezer section, and it's going to be a standard freezer.
So this whole thing is 100 milligrams.
200.
200.
Okay. So I need 5 of these.
But it's a different high. So you're looking for an edible high that's.
I actually have infused ice cream cones at home, which is, a perfect for you. It would be a perfect duo. I have apple me over.
I have strawberry cake crunch, and it's dope because you have a dosing label at the top. It's like a how-to, which is good for people who may, be trying this for the first time and want to fill it out. So 2 tablespoons, feel good. 4 tablespoons, your elevation. All right. 6 tablespoons, you're floating. 10 tablespoons, Snoop Dogg. Let's get some spoons. Hell yeah.
10 tablespoons for chronic pain relief.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I want 10.
Thank you.
This smells amazing, by the way.
All right, here.
May I see what yours looks like?
Yes.
Mine smells just like apple. Wow, that looks like that. Do you know what ice cream bar I'm about to tell you?
Yes.
The strawberry shortcake
one. Yeah,
thing.
The cheesecake one. Yeah. You want to trade?
Do you want to?
Yeah. Yeah, you seemed enthusiastic about that one.
She said you want strawberry? I think she knew.
Yeah. Apple me over.
Wow,
okay. Wow,
this looks
great.
so cool.
Okay. So you said that the taste is not.
You can't
taste the weed.
The cannabis, the weed.
Well, that's good as fuck.
I don't taste any weed.
No, that's really good. Excuse me, guys.
This is good ice cream.
I also have waffle cones as well.
Okay, there's a hint of weed. That's good because my kids, I need them to have a hint of weed. Like something's wrong with this and spit it out. If it ever came to that, I keep it out of their reach. But there's only one freezer.
Wow, this is really good.
Thank you.
It is so good.
Yes. So are you currently in stores yet?
I don't know. I'm working on it right now.
Okay, very cool.
I was talking to a couple of people about it.
Okay. So what's the goal for Blazin Scoops? Like, because there's not many freezer items. I mean, there are some like things on the market, like the Dippin' Dots, you know what I'm saying? That kind of things. I've seen that before.
Weed?
But but I haven't seen this, right? This is it a costly process to make this? And the packaging looks great, so I know there's a cost there too. Like how hard is it going to be to scale this?
No, it's not very hard.
Right.
I do the old-fashioned way.
Well, can we just back up a little bit?
Everything is like made by scratch.
Yeah.
So what do you mean made by scratch? So help the viewers and listeners understand. So it's not an oil and it's not a butter. So without giving away your secrets, can you talk more about what it is or what it looks like or?
Sure. It's around the little thing I have.
Can we get somebody to bring it? Oh, that wasn't the Puffco, was it? Okay.
So this is what I put into the ice cream. So pretty much I'm showing people that, you know, oil doesn't go on ice cream. So this is a whole different form. So this is what I call medicated RX. This is culture Canna. This is what I'm calling it. And you can put in 95% of your food. So a lot of things that people make with, you know, Canna butter you can't do. You can't make, let's say you can't make peach cobbler really with, you know, oil based, or you can't make any certain pastries with oil based. So a lot of times you may need something else with high in fat. So this is what this is. So this is what everybody's eating. So now you can put in your coffee, your tea, you can put it whatever you desire, and you'll get the same high within 4 to 2 minutes.
Oh shit! Wow, did you put a patent on that?
No. Let me tell you why I don't want to. Because you're telling a secret. It's not a secret.
Yeah, but if you don't patent it, somebody's going to steal the secret.
They tried to. I'm not going to say who, but
somebody. No, I said we love that. We love the tea on this show.
I'm not going to say who because they're kind of big. But, they tried to put it to their lab. I gave them a sample. They tried to take it to their lab and they couldn't figure it out. So 2 people tried to do that to me. And that's why I say it's not meant for you. You're trying to do something that, you know, I worked hard for. It took me a year to create this.
Wow.
Wow.
So how did you get, well, let's get into that. How did you start working with cannabis in order to figure that out? Like, are you a chemist? Like, did you go to school? Like,
no, I didn't go to school.
Okay.
So, I was high and I just tapped into my higher self. Spiritually, if you really want to go there, if you want to go there. So it's kind of like, you know, our brains is the most powerful thing. We just don't use them. So a lot of people, you know, don't explore what, you know, exactly how far they can go, but what you can create. But we're limited because you're so blinded for other things. So I took myself away from the world and isolated myself.
Wow.
And this is one of the things that came to you.
Yes.
Wow. That's beautiful because I already do feel the effects because I don't do edibles. I'm not really an edibles girl because I do not like citrus terpenes, and when edibles are made, all kind of terps are thrown in there, and sometimes I have weird reactions because of that specific terpene. I prefer single batch edibles if I do edibles. So I'm a lightweight. Like I'm not going past 30. So I already do feel an effect from the ice cream.
I need to eat a little more then.
Yeah.
So it's based off of your tolerance. I tell people it's based off your tolerance. That's why I put it on there. So this depends on how you know, how you.
You don't taste the cannabis. You have all the nutrition facts on here.
You can read all the ingredients. That's also important.
That's it. You got your warning labels on here, right? Yeah, this is a great product. On the Lasagna Ganja program, we always talk to, you know, everybody who's in their process. You know, we don't care if there's the smallest person on the block or the biggest person. There's layers to what we do, and this is definitely one of the layers that's going to be really good. Again, to scale, you know, being able to take this product and, you know, it's a perishable product. Cannabis alone is perishable. So having ice cream, I mean, like, this distribution is going to have like freezer trucks and stuff like that.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So
and it lasts about 6 months in your freezer.
Really?
So now so you know how like you go to the store and you buy like regular ice cream and then you have a freezer burn. This is not that. So you can leave it. It doesn't freezer burn because I'm making it. It's old fashioned way. You know how back then it used to be more creamier, richer, but now it's more milkier. I don't know. It's a little bit different.
So you use
old fashioned,
wholesome ingredients, and therefore it's a better product.
And like everything is natural. Like as far as in like the sauce, like the strawberry sauce is from scratch. The apples is from scratch. Everything. From scratch.
Okay, but you know, I keep talking about scale because I'm worried that you trying to, you know, match what happens if, you know, you get picked up and you get an order for Okay, cool. We need 10,000 units.
Mm-hmm. You can do that. It's cheaper to go as far as when you buying something or you're making from scratch, it's cheaper. People don't realize that. Like if you bake a cake, you go buy a box or you go get flour and make it from scratch. You get more of quantity.
Right, but how long is it? If you have to have other bodies helping you.
Yeah, I have other people help. I do have other people help me. Yeah. I'm very particular. I do not want to lose the quality of it. You know, people want to, I get it for bigger scales. There's some companies that are bigger scale, but the quality is still there. Yeah. You know, it's about the quality. Once you get bigger, they lose that. And I don't want to lose that. So it's about the flavor. You don't want to be big and it starts to be watered down. It's like, you know, you hear them companies that be like, oh, it's not, it was good before, but now it's all, you know, and then you lose customers like that.
Yeah. I think also the reality too is some people want to stay small, boutique, craft, and just in their local community. They don't want to be like big and giant and corporate. I mean, I know In-N-Out at one point was that way and now they've expanded more, but I like the idea of people just wanting to keep it within their possession is what it is. And you as a consumer, just pray that you can get in and get blessed and have that experience because they're not open to just, you know, scaling. And then we lose our favorite products. Like as a curly haired girl for 2 years straight, didn't touch a flat iron. There were so many curl products that got bought out by really big companies. And then the products were damaging hair and then just not good. Right. So you love to see these small companies get on, but then after they get on, they're like literally gone.
Yeah.
So this is going to be consistent. This is the main thing. So I can teach people how to make their own ice cream. I can teach them how to make whatever they desire they want, to how to cook with it.
If somebody wanted to approach you and partner with you on this, like what are your thoughts on partner, or do you want to take this and drive it the whole way?
No, I'm open to having different partners. It just got to be the right fit and the right, you know, just right for everybody.
What's the right fit?
First, it's about, you know, like, what do you see yourself as far as, and if we do it together, you know, are you just a quick, just to want to turn around and sell it off to somebody else? Because I had offers before, I can't say who, but again, it's just the right person to come along and so we can expand, because this is the main thing, really. So without this, there's no ice cream.
Yeah, one thing that my experience has been in cannabis, and you know, I've been in some cutthroat industries. Music industry, film and television. I thought it was some sharks in that motherfucker, but boy, cannabis.
It is.
Niggas will kill their mama in cannabis.
Well, I have people that try to buy me out. I have some people try to buy me out with a large amount, and I'm like, it's not worth it, because what I'm stepping into, it's millions in dollar industry. So if I know how much I can make off of this main product, then you have to, like, getting 50%, or it has to make sense to me to want to do it. Like, giving me $5 million, that's what, one house, and he'd be broke by then. I'm not, you know, like, it has to make sense. I'm doing it for,
well, that'd be a nice house.
I'm trying to do it for longevity, you know, and have something, you know, behind, because creating something that doesn't exist, like, if you had Canna Butter right now, it'll melt. This doesn't, you know what I'm saying? This is liquid. So it's like, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm trying to introduce a new whole field of the edible
a different lane. You want to create your own lane, which is difficult to do, because most products in cannabis are usually flower-based, oil-based, or, you know, a combination. Gummies, chocolates, all that stuff is based off the same product. Right.
Now this is going to be endless. Right. So I just needed to speed them up a little bit. So it's a whole different lane.
What other products are you interested in making?
Nothing else.
Just but
you said that could be used in different applications as well.
Technically, what I made this for people to cook. You know, so for you guys cook. So now I can teach you how to make the ice cream. I can teach you how to make certain things or everything you want to know, and just go from there. So I can give a little hint. So if I can take 290 grams of weed and make 15 pounds of this, and have maybe 2 gallons of this, and it's pure across the board.
I mean,
so why don't you package and sell that?
I am. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So the whole purpose.
I was like, well, wait a minute. Why don't you just do that?
The whole purpose is to get it out there because I tried it before. People didn't understand what this is. They were like, "What is that?" You know. So they understand. So I put it through the ice cream so people understand the feeling, the taste, the everything.
And now that brings them back to the product. Okay.
Right.
And I love that you know your worth because you know. Have you ever seen King Richard? The scene where Venus Williams Reebok is like offering her the most amount of money they've ever offered. And a young Venus is like, no, she knew her worth. And then they came back and I think it was like 5X what they had offered her initially, what she said no to. So I love that you know your worth. My question as well is how many flavors do you have? If that is like your main product, do you have like a huge bank? Like you can just create something or do you kind of stick with flagship products or do you have like a solid 4 and then there's like seasonal rotations? Like how does that work?
Like 15.
Okay, 15 flavors.
I just did cinnamon. Cinnamon. So you can make endless. When I say endless, just whatever you desire you want. It's endless. You can make crust pies if you want with it.
So it can be cooked in food and it can also be used in cold food. And
so like you make buttermilk biscuits. You can grate this.
Does it have a flavor?
No.
Okay.
No. So it's like you're gonna try it once you understand. It's not. So
yeah, I'm going home and I'm putting some of that in my tea.
Your tea or your coffee and like English. Yeah, so English people like English in England. I'm sorry. They put coffee. They put milk
in their tea. Yes, I learned that when I went to London. They were just like Americans and their honey and lemon in their tea. We are so ghetto for that. So nasty for that.
So pretty much it's endless at this point. I'm just trying to speed up the cannabis industry. They need a little bit of help. Okay. I'm not trying to be funny.
No.
I'm not trying to be funny or be messy, but it's kind of, okay now. That's not canna butter, raw. Okay now. Like it's oil. Like, you know.
That's because the cannabinoids they're not water soluble. So that's why when people say like you can't grind up weed and put it in tea and drink it and get high because cannabis needs a fat in order for it to work. It needs a fat to bind to. So when we think of fats that, you know, are not going to like milk, you try to cook it in milk, it might not turn out well, but we do know that butter and oil is a good carrier for the cannabinoids so that it is effective and, you know, there is bioavailability. But without that fat, your bioavailability is pretty much null. Like you're getting THCA, which will give you some relief, but you're not getting that CB1 binding with, you know, THC after you've dropped the A off, which is what the heating and binding with the fat or sparking it and inhaling does. So I would say, you know, we just haven't had any new novel ideas because that's, you know, it's been working, but, you know, we would love something better, something like this.
Yeah, it's just the taste is not, you know, I just feel like, you know, if you want people complain about the taste, I don't like it. It takes too long to hit. That's been complaining. Or some cancer patients, for example, or lupus or people who take medication like that, what happens is they get sick because of the oil. Yeah. So a lot of people tell me, oh, I don't get sick from yours because it's not the oil base. So, and I try to explain to them what, you know, like they ask me why does, you know, canna butter do that. But again, it messes up with their medication. So, you know, it's just a different way of eating at this point.
Yeah.
With good food. I'm going to say that.
Okay. A cookbook, a well-packaged explanation of what that is. And that you're off to the races.
Yeah, that's exciting. I mean, I wish I could know, like, is there some kind of NDA? Like, I need to know. I need to know.
It's a 22-hour process. It's very long, but it's very worth it at the end of the day. Yeah. Because it's very pure at the end. And then I teach people also how to cut it.
Okay. You said you could grate it. Is that like a cheese? Like you can...
No, it's dairy.
It's dairy.
So I'm in the dairy lane. So now I'm taking over the dairy.
Canna milk.
No, it's not Canna milk at that either. I do one thing and get 2 items.
Okay.
So it takes a long time to pull it, or sometimes if I mess up a little bit, it make less of liquid, but it's like about me pulling it.
You're right. Point. Okay, cool. So you actually you have to do that by hand, not by a machine?
No, by hand.
Okay.
And I can do it by machine, but it's not. It's majority, like I say, 90% is by hand. It's the high temperatures, low temperatures. If you mess up, like say, for example, if I do in the beginning for the first 4 hours, I have to stay put. It's no moving. It's no just wandering off. It's like you have to make sure it's at the right temperature. If it goes over, it messes up everything.
Wow.
So it's not one of those you put in a can of, you know how you make can of butter and then you put it in and you walk away. It's not that.
Oh, wow. Please protect your IP.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
So and make sure that you got the right partner in, because I want to see you scale.
Yeah.
Right now, this seems like a labor of love, and I mean, it's probably a lot of hands in order to make this product look as good as it does. I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
And yeah, I mean, like, make sure you got a right partner when it's time to scale, because it's you know, it's fun in the beginning.
It is,
but then it becomes not fun when it start teeter-tottering. You know what I'm saying?
That operating agreement, especially in cannabis, so many women have literally signed their companies away and had no idea that they just signed their company away, given it would be in 5 years.
No, because the industry that I'm stepping into, the dairy, and that's where like Los Angeles Cannabis Control was like, what? They had to call me. They had to call me back just to make sure, like, are you about to do what? So it makes about over $14 billion a year. So missing just the dairy alone or how to get it, they tried to figure it out, but they couldn't get it. It may took me a year, but I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's over a $14 billion industry for just dairy. So now you're adding cannabis the way that I'm doing it to the T, then it's going to triple your numbers.
Awesome.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a great product. I enjoyed it. I would love to see 6 months from now where you are, what you're doing. I'd like to see you in some stores. Have you the talks with distributors? Have they looked at this and gave you any questions or solutions?
They asked me questions and they gave me solutions, but one of them, I'm not gonna say where. I'm trying to keep everybody out of stuff, but I had a lot of run-ins with a lot of people. But it was too far, and I didn't want them to charge. It's about right now I'm working in Los Angeles because this is where I'm at right at the moment. This is where I started from in the Valley. So when they coming out here with it, they're gonna charge them a lot. Right. Just to get it out here. Right. So right now, there's a couple of people trying to give me meetings with other people so I can get the right person. So then it could be out here. I want to start out here first because this is where I started
Southern California.
Yes.
Basically. What's the end goal look like to you? Do you want to build this company and sell it? Do you want to build this company and move on to other products? What's Blazin Scoops going to turn into?
I want to keep everything. Not like that. I can make a bright person rich though. At the right, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, it's about general growth. And also to have, I can make somebody rich as well. It's nothing wrong with sharing. You get what I'm saying? To have the right person, it's just endless because I know that it's never going to die out.
Dope. Okay. Cool.
Make something. Right now it's make something new right now. It could be old later. You can pass it down to like why we really
generational wealth.
Yeah, why we really here on Earth. It's another spiritual thing because I'm on a little spiritual thing. Like, what are we really here to do? To create something. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not creating, what am I really doing?
Well said. Well said. Katrina, I really enjoy your spirit. And you have a great product. And hopefully 6 to 8 months from now, you and some stores come back and tell us what's going on. Tell us if you got tired of making this shit by yourself.
No, it's made with love. See, it's made with love. So love never dies out.
That counts so much. People underestimate that.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, cool. Well, we got some more ice cream. If they want to get in touch with you, how do they find you? How do they get this now if it's not in stores?
Oh, so you can go on the website. I have a website. It's www.blazinscoop.com. IG is Blazin Scoop without the S, and you can find me there.
And they just log on to the site. They find the ice cream and then you ship it to them?
No, it has to be in California only.
Oh, understood.
At the moment.
Understood.
And then until then, the other states, and then we're going to work on that as well.
Understood. Well, man, Godspeed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Check us out. It's the Lasagna Ganja podcast, Mr. X to the Z Xzibit.
And your girl, Tammy, a.k.a. the Cannabis Cutie.
And we had a great time. I actually feel good. It just sat on me now. So, yeah.
See, I think we can see it in your eyes.
Milligrams. No, I'm going to finish the rest of this. Watch.
I can't see your eyes anymore.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The sun has set. It's the Lasagna Ganja podcast. I'll see you guys next time.
Check out the Lasagna Ganja podcast wherever podcasts are streamed.
And check out our separate feed with video episodes.
Available on Spotify and YouTube.
For more information, visit dcpofficial.com.